Go ahead and have a seat, if you would. I'm Doug Williamson, Director of Governmental Affairs for the Abilene Chamber of Commerce, and I'm the moderator for this forum. The Chamber is an apolitical membership business organization and does not endorse candidates. It can, however, take positions on issues. We thank the candidates for mayor for the city of Abilene for accepting our invitation today for this forum. We ask the audience to please refrain from responding to these answers that they will be giving. We welcome Dazzy Reddy, Ryan Goodwin, Weldon Hurt, and Chad Clark. Mr. Reddy, Goodwin, and Hurt will be on the ballot. You'll see their names. You won't see Mr. Clark's name. He's a write-in candidate for mayor. On May 6th ballot, you've got to be registered to vote to be able to be a voter in this election, and today is the deadline for registering. So if you're not a registered voter, go to the Taylor County Courthouse and register today. In today's forum, each candidate will be asked the same questions, and each will be given up to 2 minutes to respond. At the end of our time, each candidate can make a closing statement of 2 minutes. Jennifer Kent from the Chamber of Commerce, where are you, Jennifer? Over here, will be the timekeeper. She'll hold up cards representing 1 minute left and then 30 seconds left. And then at the time of when the 2 minutes are up, she will ring the bell. I will then step on your toes over here and ask the next person to come up and answer the questions as we go. There will be a video. We've got great news coverage here today, but there will also be a video of the entire forum that will be posted this afternoon on the Chamber of Commerce social media, so you can look for that. So are we ready to go? Guys, are you ready? All right. Mr. Reddy gets the first question. What is your long-term plan for Abilene streets and getting them repaired? 2 minutes.
Hello, guys. First of all, we need to know how many miles we have. The roads are, I can say it is 1,800 miles. And when I see they repaired 2 miles maybe last year. If we do every year 2 miles, it may take 85 years to do that, you know. So we have to have a good plan to come up and do as soon as possible. And I'm going to work with the community members how to do that, and I'm going to involve everyone, every leader of the community, and we should come with a plan. That's what I can say.
Thank you. Mr. Goodwin. Need to speak straight into the microphone. Or hand off, whichever.
All right, we'll hand it off so you can see it better. All right. Okay. Well, for streets, for me, I'm seeing that our city is making some strides on it, that we have seen improvements. Your water bill has shown that. And so we're seeing that we are making some progress. And a lot of where we are is seeing, you know, how much we're doing and where what we've already done is what's being accomplished. And so you have the street maintenance fee, you see your water bill moving forward. What I keep on hearing is we're kind of leveling out to where we're kind of maintaining. So we do need to be a little more aggressive, and we do need to look at ways to throw more money at it. And so what I would like to see is our budget, we kind of fine tune a little bit more of it. I don't want to see a bond for your streets to be redone. What I'd like to do is look through our general budget, see if we can't find some more money out of it. I know that looks like the pot's only so big. And so I know that looks like we may need to pull some things out. But when I look at a general budget, what I see is there are things that our city should provide. And so the first one is public safety. We should always put life above everything else. And then we see water and we see sewer and we see a lot of these basic needs. For me, when I look at this general budget, I think we need to look at it from a perspective of, okay, streets are something our city should provide. And so when I visit with people downtown and I visit with a lot of people, you know, what I've heard is that our streets do need to be addressed, that they've hit potholes, they've ended up at Discount Tire, having to spend quite a bit of money. And these are families that can barely afford to actually provide meals for the table. So I do believe that we should really address the roads, and we should look in our general budget and kind of see where our priorities are. Right now, we look at infill development, which is putting stuff on lots, and we look at redevelopment of downtown as number 2 in our council priorities, and number 5 is streets. And so I think that needs to go up on the list to where streets kind of move higher, because that's a basic need that everybody is asking for. But infill development is important, and so is redevelopment of downtown. I'm just saying the basic needs to come first.
Thank you, Mr. Goodwin. Mr. Hurd?
Well, before 2017, we budgeted about $750,000 a year for streets. Since we've implemented the street maintenance fee, we spend around $11 to $12 million a year on streets. And since 2018, since the fee has been implemented, we've actually touched the surface of close to 25% of our streets. That's in a 3.5-year period. I agree with Mr. Goodwin. I don't think bonds right now are a good way to fix our streets. But I believe that we are making progress on our streets with our street maintenance fee. There is some more money that we could use in the budget, but then again, there is only that amount of money. The best thing about the street maintenance fee is that money can only go to the maintenance of streets. So I think that we continue to use that, we monitor it, we check our progress on how we're doing, and we just keep doing what we're doing. And if there is a little more in the budget, we'll put it toward that.
Mr. Clark?
How's it going? Thank you everybody for coming out today. I don't talk that much, so I'm gonna keep this kind of short. I'm actually against the street maintenance fee. I don't agree with it being on the water bill or utility bill, and I've been very outspoken against that. The city does have a plan, though, going forward on how to fix the streets. I think that we do need more oversight. We have a part-time mayor right now, and I think that being a full-time mayor would provide that oversight to get the streets fixed a little bit quicker. Being against the street maintenance fee, I think that we could find elsewhere to. I don't even want to call it a street maintenance fee. I want to call it a street maintenance tax, and I think we can find elsewhere to tax for that, and it could be done cheaper, for sure. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, the second question will go first to Mr. Goodwin. What will you do to make Abilene even more business friendly?
Yeah, so the things that come to mind when we're talking about business friendly is I think we've done some great things. In 1989, we see that our city really wanted to invest in business, and they put a 0.5% of sales tax straight to investing in economic growth. And we see that there has been intentions to do that. One of the things I think that we really could improve on when I'm visiting with business are just startup businesses when they come here. There's a lot of things where they're really struggling. And so we're talking about, the things that come to mind when I hear this question is a sidewalk having to be built for somebody that is just never going to be walked on. And so on Highway 80, there was a guy that tried to build a business. He had to put a sidewalk on there that is clearly just way off to the side. It's like I walked up the sidewalk and I was thinking, what in the world happened? And so that was the first thing I said is, no one's going to use that sidewalk. And he goes, I know. I argued with them forever. We talk about grease traps in areas to where they're having to come forward and complain. And there's just a lot of little details like that when it comes to a person starting up a business that need to be adjusted, and we need to really look at them. We're looking at a grab bar in a bathroom being moved over 1/2 inch because it didn't meet code. And so these businesses are already coming and wanting to be here. And what I'm hearing from business owners is it was really hard to get started with a lot of the things. And most businesses, when you look at them, do really struggle to have the first 2 years. That's kind of the make it or break it time for a lot of them. And so during this time, I'd like to see business friendly looking like, hey, let's encourage business owners to jump in, and let's look how we can walk with them and make less burdens on them as they're coming forward and starting new businesses.
Mr. Hurd?
Well, I think we continue our work with the DCOA, which has done a lot of great things, hit a lot of great home runs. But our city staff, we can work closer with businesses on making it easier, or making the process easier. The thing is, if these are state laws that are for public safety, whether you're moving it an inch or a half an inch, you've still got to be in compliance with the law. And our inspectors are not trying to make it hard on businesses, but they do have to be compliant. Most of these compliance regulations are written by the state, therefore we have to follow those. And simply waiving regulations is something we can't do when it comes to public safety. But we do need a friendlier atmosphere. I think that we've made strides on that through our departments, but we all need to work together. We need to have the same vision, the same goals. And with our departments, instead of saying you can't do it that way, we need to say, how can we figure out how to do it?
Mr. Clark?
What was the question again?
The question was, what will you do to make Abilene even more business friendly?
Well, I think Abilene is very business friendly. It's not hard to start a business. And, you know, the government puts that out there and they say, you know, this is how it's done. It's just a simple Google search, say, hey, how do you want to start a business? You know, you can find plenty of resources out there. But the Chamber of Commerce is one of the resources. Abilene's a great place. It's a great place. There's a lot of great people in Abilene. And we do support our businesses here. I can't really say much more than that.
Mr. Ray?
Oh boy, this is my subject. Business friendly. I have started here in 2007. I have made several friends, and the main criteria I feel, like most of the people, they need help from DCOA. And DCOA is not here to help local businesses, and they are helping the businesses from other states. I want them to invest here. DCOA, the money what they are getting, we are paying it, you know. Our sale tax is going, some part of the sale tax is going to DCOA. So I want them to help our local businesses here, and restaurants or some kind of any business in the local, and hotels or haircut shop or anything, you know. I want them to expand here. So DCOA should consider about that, and we will grow here as together.
The next question will first go to Mr. Hurt. When there are strong differing views on an issue before the City Council, how will you lead as the mayor?
Well, on different issues, the first thing that you have to do is shut up and listen. And sometimes we have people that want to be heard, that need to be heard, and sometimes people are talking just because they want to hear themselves talk. So what we have to do is be open to all conversations, and all conversations need to be heard. That's the reason everyone, all citizens need to be heard. I represent all citizens of Abilene. I love Abilene, that's what I'm here to do. But we can't have those conversations if we're doing all the talking and not listening.
Mr. Clark?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Weldon Hurt here. My whole stance on it is right now we're doing city council meetings at 9 a.m. And the average taxpayer is not going to be at a city council meeting at 9 a.m. They're making $9, $10, you know, $14 an hour. They can't take that time at 9 a.m. to go to a city council meeting. So I think, personally, we need to change the times of city council so we can get more participation. And that's one of my main priorities, is to revamp city council and allow the taxpayer to actually be heard.
Thank you. Mr. Ray?
Could you repeat the question?
Yeah, the question once again is, when there are strong differing views on an issue before the City Council, how would you lead as the mayor?
We need to listen everyone. Now what's happening here is the public are coming, they're saying comments, but whatever they want, they're the councilmen doing, you know, and that need to be changed. We need to listen to the people. We need to listen to the taxpayer. We need to work together, and we need to take decisions. We need to listen to the community leaders, and we need to take decisions together, not just the council members. Thank you.
Mr. Goodwin?
I'm going to agree with Chad. I think that we do need to move a council meeting to the afternoon and have one in the morning and one in the evening. And I know that it's been tried before and it wasn't successful, but I do believe that we should keep on trying and moving forward with that, just to give people the opportunity to speak even if they don't. Because at any given time, whether it's something they're strong on or not, we want them to have the ability. And some of these ordinances, you get 2 readings. And so that gives at least an opportunity for somebody to come forward and not have to take off of work and at least voice their opinion once. And so whether it's strong or not. And then I'd like to encourage people, hey, you got 3 minutes to come to council meeting and talk about whatever you want. You can read a book. We had a guy up there that would talk about General Patton forever, and he went up and talked about it. You can do whatever you want during your 3 minutes, but just come up and share who you are and what you are. I will say that I believe the council members are doing a good job in answering emails and responding. And so, I think that whether it's a strong issue or not, whether it's something that's hot topic or not, you should have your voice to be able to be heard. And so that's kind of where I stand.
Okay, Mr.
I think that was the last one.
Oh, was that
Yes, sir.
a lot? Thank you. So are we back to Mr. Clark? Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got mixed up there. Okay, Mr. Clark, what is the first action that you'll take as mayor on day 1?
Well, I don't know. Probably get a cup of coffee. No, I mean, I have priorities, and I just posted them on my Facebook site. You can go out there and see. It's me, Chad Clark. But basically, my main priority is what we just talked about, is the Justin City Council. That is the very first thing, because right now you have 6 people coming up in the microphone in City Council and talking. This is a huge city, 120,000 plus. We need more involvement. And that's the whole reason why I ran, is to get more people involved and get more people actually out there voicing their opinions and trying to make Abilene better. And I think that the Justin City Council will do that. It'll allow the taxpayer to come up and say, I'm for or against whatnot. The other thing is, I'll be a full-time mayor. I'm retired right now. I have plenty of time, and I'll be there every day, 8 to 5, 8 to 9. Don't call me after 9 because I'll go to bed early. But other than that, I mean, I just want to see Abilene prosperous, grow. Yeah, that's it.
Mr. Ray?
When I moved here in 2007, Abilene is the 7th safest city in state of Texas. And right now, I want to share some information. A victim of either violent or property crime in Abilene is 1:39. Based on FBI crime data, Abilene is not one of the safest communities in America relative to Texas. Abilene has a crime rate that is higher than 86% of the state, city, and town of all sizes. According to FBI crime report shows Abilene to be among the top 10 most dangerous city in Texas. According to FBI data, in 2016, Abilene was the 7th most dangerous city in Texas. If I have to move now, I don't even come to Abilene. We need to work safety first. See, if you're going dining also, you will see the reviews, how many stars the restaurant has. If you're going to a movie, you will see the reviews, how many stars it has. When you're moving to Abilene, we will see how safe we are. So my first priority is to work on the safety. That's what I would say.
My first priority, and hear me out, because I'm going to just say my first priority would be to bring all the council members to the table and us have a meal together and us get to talk and get to know each other, because I believe a relationship is key as we're making decisions together. And as we sit at the table together, there needs to be a bond between us to where we can get to the table, be able to have conversations, and those have to be in public. I'm not talking about closed door, but just be able to have that bond where we have a relationship when we get together, that anger and hatred is not carrying on to the next topic. And so I believe that's important. So far as what the first thing I'm going to do is I'll probably look at a little bit of public safety. I know that we have a lot of stuff that's being used that's in there for 20 years that we really need to look at equipment for our public safety. We have retired people coming up to me that are barely making enough money to pay rent based on their retirement from serving our city. And so I'd like to see public safety. That being said, I am a multitask person, and it's just not about public safety for me. You know, I've been studying for 2 years, since October 2020. And so they told me to put 3 on here, but I looked at 3 and I said, that's just not enough. So I have public safety. I think we need to look at our budget and infrastructure. We need to look at our streets. We need to look at transparency. When we look at this downtown hotel, I'm not against a downtown hotel. What I am against is not knowing how much our taxpayers actually spent on it. And so I would love to see us have a little more transparency and things like that, to where I feel like we've seen the number 29.1 million. Then we've heard that it's not costing very much. And then I've heard 5 million, then 7. I would love to see us have more transparency when it comes to these things. And then I'm about community standards. Community standards aren't new. We've had community standards. You can't have alcohol past certain hours. Sexually explicit businesses have to be outside the city limits. I'd like to see community standards that, moving on.
Well, the first thing I would do is welcome the new people on council, because we're definitely going to have new people on council. And we do need to come together, and the main thing that we have to look at is the budget, so that they understand the budget, because the budget is where everything that we do comes from. So let them know how the budget works. They also need to learn that Abilene is a council manager type government, and what our roles and what our jobs on council and as mayor, what they are. And are we violating the charter if we're doing things? Are we violating the charter if we're driving around trying to fix potholes? So we need to educate everyone on council as to what our roles are, how the budget works, because the budget takes care of everything. It takes care of public safety. It takes care of streets. It takes care of everything. So the main thing is implement that. I'm with Ryan. We should come together. We have to do it publicly so that we all are on the same page. We're all communicating together. We talk to our boards, make sure our boards are all working together for the same goals. And that's what we do, is we come together, welcome all the new ones, look at our budget, and we get rolling, we get to work.
And the final question for today is, at the end of your term, how will you know if you've been an effective mayor of Abilene?
See, my main criteria is to bring the jobs here, high-paid jobs, not a window company, not a cheese factory, which is, they say 500 jobs. I don't see 500 jobs anytime. And what they said when they come here, they said 60,000 per head they will be paying, but only few people got paid $60,000. Everybody's been paid $14, $11 over there. My main criteria is to bring a IT hub, which is being highly paid. You will get highly paid jobs here. When they get highly paid, they don't go out of from Abilene. And we will get more new people to the town, where our real estate can benefit it, our construction builders can be benefited. On the first term, my job is to bring a IT hub here in this town, and I want to make it happen.
So what does success look like? I think success looks like making progress on our roads, not just maintaining. And so seeing progress where our roads are actually not just maintaining, moving forward. And I think when we look at also business, right now I feel like we're opening businesses we don't have employees for. And so working together and trying to find how to educate people, retaining our college student or our high schoolers and encouraging them. Not everybody has a college degree and actually use it. Some people don't even use it or just sit back. And reaching out to our high schools as they graduate and say, hey, there are opportunities here to work. Because, TSTC, I got to visit them. They're awesome, great facility. They're training up people to go in these businesses that we're bringing here. And so being very push forward to make sure that we are educating and allowing people to have a future here. And so I believe looking at this, and at the end of the day, just saying our public safety, that we have competitive wages, that our pensions are great. And so I believe at the end of the day, we can come together. There's going to be critiques at the end of the day for every area. I don't think everybody's going to be 100% happy on everything. But I say at the end of the day, we can move forward and see that we are seeing businesses thrive. We are seeing roads getting better. We're having a plan for our water to move in. That's a 30-year, 50-year plan from what I'm hearing. That there is a plan forward to make sure that all these things are being done well.
The first thing I'm going to do is be thankful to all citizens of Abilene that I was able to serve in this capacity. We are going to look back. I'm going to agree that we're going to see that a lot more of the streets are improved. That our relationships with our colleges, with our universities, with our junior college, with TSTC, like Ryan said, our trade schools, so that we're reaching high school students around the sophomore level to try to get them educated to fill a lot of these jobs that we are having in Abilene. I'm very happy that we have these opportunities that the DCOA has created and all these new jobs that are being created by the DCOA. And I look forward to filling those and the success of those companies. And the more that DCOA brings, we will fill those jobs. And so, once again, I'm thankful for the citizens of Abilene. I'm thankful for Abilene. Love this community and love serving. Mr. Clark?
Yeah, I wish there was a magical formula for success. So I'll put a poll out there on the city's website if I am mayor, so you guys can actually tell me how I'm doing. No? All right. But no, I mean, this is a great city. Honestly, nobody goes into this thinking that, hey, I'm going to be the best mayor, or everybody goes into this thinking I'm going to be the best mayor ever. But it all depends on, public opinion, and you're not going to please everybody like Weldon Hurt said. But I mean, to be successful is just, getting out there and trying to help people, serving on city council. I wish that this stage was actually full, about 20, maybe 40 people that actually wanted to serve their community. But right now we're down to 4. We'll just see where it goes from there. I mean, you guys have the power to vote whoever you want in, and just make the best decision. This is a great community.
Now, each of the candidates will have 2 minutes to make closing statements. And we start with Ryan.
I lost track. So I'm just here to serve you. I grew up doing construction. I thought that's what I would do the rest of my life. I remember as a kid just enjoying and working on AutoCAD and doing a lot of that stuff. And then God called me into ministry. I thought I would just get to talk for a living and then figured out, hey, this is a lot of administration and this looks a lot like the business. And so I got to serve in the Methodist Church for almost 10 years. And then I'm back in the business world now as a realtor and love doing that. And I'm using my giftings from being a preacher and volunteering at my church. And so, my deal is I'm here to serve you. And I would love for you to have a seat at the table, to be able to come forward, no matter if we agree or we disagree at the end of the day. Your voice matters. And so what I would like to do is just be able to create an environment to where you know that I am approachable, that I am somebody that will sit down across from the table with you, and we'll talk about things. We might not agree at the end of the day on the things you're bringing forward, but I want you to know, regardless of the subject and regardless of what's being brought forward, I want to talk about it. And we want to move forward together. And so I would love to see this happen. So I'd love for you to know more about me. This is a short amount of time. I have a website, ryanforabilene.com. I'm on social media at ryanforabilene. And so you can look at me on all the platforms. They're placing videos. There's going to be new content till Election Day. And so anytime you'd like to ask a question, just email me at ryanforabilene@gmail.com. And so anything that you need to know about me, my cell phone is 325-668-9971. And so I would love to communicate with you, love to serve you, and I'm here and willing to listen to you.
First of all, thank the Chamber for having this, and thank everyone for coming today. And I also want to thank the other candidates, because I respect anyone who's willing to give their time for a position like this. I've been in Abilene for 37 years. I've owned and operated a small pest control company with my family and my wife Debbie for 31 years. I've been involved in this community for over 30 years in organizations like the Chamber, like the trade organizations, like the Apartment Association and Home Builders, like the nonprofits. Been on the board of Ben Ritchie Boys Ranch, Frontier, Texas. Volunteer, you know, John Bob mentioned about the world's largest barbecue. I'm on the Dirty Dozen cutting team too. Been a member of the MAC for many, many years. I am involved in this community and I love this community. And that's what I do. I give back. I represent all citizens of Abilene, and I just want to give back to a town that I love.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming out. This was a great opportunity to get up here on stage, even though I am an introvert and I don't enjoy doing this stuff, you know. But I love serving, and that's evident. I'm recently retired. I did 20 years in the Air Force, plus 24 days. And I just love serving either the community, the United States. I'm taking this, I'm a write-in candidate right now. It's kind of you can call it a hopeful candidate. But, you know, I'm using this to serve you and to kind of better myself as well. If I don't make mayor this time around, you'll see me on the 2024 ballot for something bigger. And that's just something that, you know, I've always wanted to serve. So I'm here for you guys. And if you want to sit down, have a chat, let's sit down and have a chat. That's what this whole thing is about, is getting your voice heard through who you elect. So, thank you.
I came here from a different country, and all the thing I have been done is 30 years. I have been in business, worked in different countries, and I have been very much successful. I never looked back. So, coming 15 years, I am kind of semi-retired, only to serve you for 15 more years, and then I will completely going to retire. I want more women entrepreneurs doing business here, and I will be a good help for them using my experience. And I want to bring foreign investors here where you will get highly paid jobs, and with using my experience working abroad, all my businesses, all my friends, I can invite them here and open their companies here. And that will help our economy, and that will help our living style. And I'm saying, all the thing I'm saying, use my experience. And go to readyformayor.com if you need more information about me. And you can email me readyabilene@gmail.com. And you can come anytime. I am free right now. I'm not doing any business. I am open for you. And I will be open for 15 years from here today onwards. So I just work for you another 15 years. So vote for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's show the candidates our appreciation. You've heard where they stand on a variety of issues. Now it's in your hands. The election is on May 6th. That's a little over a month from now. You know, continue to check out the media and other events that these folks are going to be at so you can really learn more and more about them. We encourage you to get out and vote. It's your duty. It's what you ought to do, what we all should do. Thank you so much, and I think we've got a little bit more of the program to go. And afterwards, the candidates may stick around for a little while if you'd like to network or ask them additional questions. Thank you.